Welcome back to my channel. I'm hopping on today to show you a quick fabric haul that I got at Scrap Be More. Scrap Be More is a creative reuse center in Baltimore, and they recently had a $2 a pound fabric sale. So I just had to run up there and see if they had anything interesting. They had a few bolts. During the sale, you're not allowed to ask for cuts of fabric. So you basically have to buy the whole bolt. And so I saw this bolt, which is Princess Tiana and Frogs, referencing the Disney music or Disney movie, Princess Tiana and the Frog. No, the Princess and the Frog, yeah. And so I thought this was super cute, something I could make something for my niece. I don't know how many yards it is, but it looks like a good amount of wrappage around this bolt. So I'm thinking at least 3 or 4 yards. So plenty to play around with. And there was a theme going on. I was finding a lot of purple things. This was a remnant, says Britex fabric, 1.5 yards of cotton. It looks like it's a little older. Look at that. That's really, really pretty. Oh, it's even prettier than I thought. So it's not a lot, 1.5 yards and only 36 inches wide. So this probably will lend itself to like a tank top or a small blouse type, but it's so pretty. I'm really glad I found this one. Another purple thing I found was this. This is a larger amount of fabric. And when you go to these creative reuse centers, you never know how much of each type of fabric you'll get. So it's purple fabric with like a print on top. And I picked it up because of the print. It looked like masks and animals. So, oh, look at that. I didn't even notice this. So this is the edge of the fabric. Looking like a lot of symbolism, possibly African, with especially this one looks very African with the wide face and the body. So I picked it up because of that. I think this will make a nice, probably a nice dress or even like flowy pants. Let me know what you think would be a good use of this fabric. The other purple thing I saw was this piece of fabric. This says it was 1 yard. Another small piece or small cut. I should look into 1 yard makes and see what is all out there. But anyway, I was curious to see the wording. So there's very small script on the purple back. And I was looking closer, and it's all really positive words. So it says, always be inspiring, don't be afraid, practice daily, help your friends. So really, really nice kind of affirmations or positive sayings. So definitely want to make something with this to carry around, probably a bag or something that can be cute, but also a reminder. Be kind to yourself and be kind to others. They also have these little sample cuts of fabric, which I thought would be really nice for like bag linings. So even looking at maybe smaller bags, these are sample cuts of Robert Allen fabrics, and they're all Scotch guarded. So I thought that meant it would be really nice if I were making a bag or a little pouch or something. These would make really nice fabric linings, or even the outside of bags as well. So I got this one and this one, both floral prints. Very beautiful. I wonder how they make these, especially since these look a little older based on the card. And this one I thought was pretty cool because the edges were serged. Be like a nice cute bandana. I could just fold it in half and wear it as a bandana. I've seen a few women like wear bandanas as kind of like an accessory on top of the head, but not like typical bandanas, but a scarf tied like a bandana on the top of the head. So I thought this might work. I'll try it out and see what I think. I also picked up this, a fabric remnant from Joann, and it is nylon and spandex. So I picked this up because I still have in my mind that I want to make a swimsuit. And since it has some spandex, or do you need, yeah, you need spandex, right, for swimsuits? But maybe I can make a bodysuit out of it. So it's yellow, but it has a little sheen to it. And this might actually work because I do have a bodysuit pattern that I want to make. And this would look really cute as like a short bodysuit you can work out in or just use as a bodysuit to wear underneath other clothes. So I'm excited about this. I also picked up, one pattern. I'm really liking the drop waist, and I think I want to make something like that. So I saw this pattern and I thought it'd be super cute, but I like the drop waist thing element to it, and I hope that I can work it out. I also picked up some books. They have a free library, so I picked up cloth doll book. I think making dolls is cool. I made one doll early on, a couple years ago, and I think that making dolls is nice. You can make it however you want. You know, make whatever clothes you want to make with it, and then on the back they have different types of dolls that they have in there. So I'm interested to see, the different types of dolls and if there's any project I want to do. And then I picked up a couple of activity books for kids. So this is kind of like a crafty book where you can cut out a doll, a paper doll, and dress it up however you want. I'm guessing I just have to trace these and then cut them out and have fun. So this would be a nice activity for kids. And then this one also is the same thing, but with different characters, I guess. So yeah, that was my recent trip to Scrap Be More. I also have a haul from another Creative Reuse Center in Norfolk, Virginia, 757 Creative Reuse. They were having an a really good sale on patterns. Basically, you bring a bag and you fill it up and you get the whole bag for $2. And so my brother actually went for me as I wasn't able to go during the sale and picked up some patterns. And I was very interested to see what kind of patterns he would get for me. So let's see how he did. So yeah, my brother doesn't know the first thing about patterns, but I was basically like, get a mix, get some men's patterns if you see any. Vogue is a good name to look for. Yeah, and something, maybe some kids, and something you think I would like. So let's just start with some new looking butterick patterns. So I don't know if he was going super fast, but he got two of these. Two of them, and I think they are the same size. So that's wonderful. The new look pattern is kind of looks a vintage to me, like a waistcoat or something vintage, like button-up overcoat with different neckline variations. Fine, that's fine. This, I wasn't understanding. Am I making little orphan Annies? I joked him about all these patterns, so it's totally fine. But he tried his best. I don't think I'll be making this one. It's not my cup of tea. Another butterick pattern is very much 90s working mom. And so I'm not super on that one either. But we like the effort so far. As far as Vogue, we was able to find a few older patterns and one newer. So a women and a man, another with this kind of vest with the open V at the bottom, similar to the ladies' coat. I'm thinking maybe he wants that for himself. It's fine. I do like this one, this Vogue pattern with the overlay detail, because I like overlay look of kind of a see-through look, and then of course having the opaque option at the below. So I think this would be really cute for an elegant evening outfit to wear. And then this is a Vogue easy option. This is very basic. This is like the most basic Vogue pattern I've ever seen in my life. This is from 2007 too. Ooh. But I mean, practical. If I'm ever in the mood to make, you know, a dress for work, I have something, you know, something special to sew something for. I do like the cowl neck look and the sheath look. So it is a nice pattern. It's not bad. For simplicity, he was able to find a few more items of these patterns. I think that this one is my favorite. Definitely 80s exercise video. I'm loving that. I love the high waist look of the two-piece and the long top of the two-piece. So this is my favorite of the simplicity patterns. This, again, we're exercising. We're feeling good about ourselves. So we might do this one. I'm not a sailor, so I don't know if I'll be making this one. This is definitely for him. He wants some shorts. He wants shorts and an open shirt to wear around the neighborhood. I'm certain of it. And then this one, it's very basic. It wouldn't be on my top to-do list for patterns. So far so good. The most of any of the brands he found, I guess, were McCall's. So let's see how he did here. So vintage McCall's, again, more in the 80s era of McCall's. Again, we're the working mother. We've got to go from the office to the baseball game, and we're going to do it in style. This one, we're going to an elegant PTA brunch. And again, in style. Our children are not allowed to go to the brunch, but they must also be in style. And our children are in a singing, traveling troupe. And this is their uniform. And we're teaching them how to churn butter. So these seem to be all within the 80s. I haven't checked to see if any of them are cut or anything like that, but of these, I probably would go with this. I actually do like these shorts, or is this a skirt? I think this is a skirt, but I like the waist detail. Waistband detail is like a little longer waistband, and I like the thicker hem or wider hem at the bottom. So this would probably be my favorite of the older McCall's patterns. And for the modern-ish looking ones, I'm not into culottes. I don't know what the point of culottes are. Shorts or pants? Pick. Anyway, so these are all dresses except for this one. This is a top, Easy McCall's, 2004, so 20 years ago. I think it's an easy breezy look. This one is interesting. It's like an off-shoulder kind of drapey look. It looks simple, and it also looks like it might be elegant. So of the views on this one, I would probably make this one the most. But as for the dresses, when I saw this, I kind of railed against high-low. I don't know what the point of a high-low dress is, especially with the difference between the high and low so close together. Is it just easier to walk, or what's the point? I'm not feeling the high-low. I do, however, like this bodice neckline and the straps. So this view looks really cute. I might make this one. The high-low with a wrap detail makes a little more sense, especially with the ruffles. So at least that's giving some interesting details. So I'm not mad at this one. I like this one because of the cute keyhole detail in this bodice view. I think this will really look cute in an Ankara print fabric. This is definitely winter. Actually, it looks like something like a peasant will wear in Star Wars. So this might be a good option if I were to do cosplay as someone from Taboo or Tattoo, whatever that planet was. Again, with the high-low. And it's even more egregious in a short version. So I wasn't feeling the hemline of this one. And otherwise, it just looks like a boring pattern. So this wouldn't be high on my list. And this last one, this isn't too bad because I do like maxi dresses. And it looks like it's kind of a cold shoulder, or it's like drapey underneath the underarm. But this might be interesting. I love the wrap detail at the bodice and the maxi length. So I think overall he did really well. I don't have any of these patterns, so at least there's nothing repeating. And I'm so happy to have creative reuse centers that I can go to and support and keep fabric and patterns in use and out of landfills. So make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more sewing and DIY content. And let me know if you have any creative reuse centers in your area and what kind of things you're able to find there. Thanks for watching.